Hi lovelies, and welcome back to another TikTok video. If you're new here, my name is Belinda Strada and here is Bellistic Gist. Don't forget to please subscribe to this channel, turn on notifications so that anytime I upload a video, you will be the first person to be notified. And to my returning subscribers, thank you for all the love and support. To those people that share my videos, leave commentaries, you guys are the real MVP. Thank you so much for all the love and support. So guys, I came across this video on my For You page on TikTok and I find it super interesting, where a lot of our sisters are out here to share their experience on a successful relationship. Oftentimes a lot of women were like, okay, black guys treat us this way, black guys did us this way. They were like sharing their horrible experience in dating, relationship and marriage. But a sister actually made a video trying to ask if there's still love, if there's still something like a successful relationship out there. And a lot of sisters actually came through, and this actually got me like smiling all through up to the videos. Guys, I'm just gonna roll the clip as well as the stitches I was able to put together. Please leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think of this video, and do not forget that this channel does not support any form of bullying, harassment or whatsoever. We are just here for educational purposes, guys. All right, lovelies, let's get into it.
If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about it? I'm stuck in the algorithm on TikTok where it's just a bunch of horror stories from women and men with bad behavior, and many of my relationships reflect that dynamic too. But I believe in love and I want love still, and I know I'm not alone. I know how important it is when you're trying to attract something new into your life to find examples of other people who have that thing. And so this is my attempt to find examples and to get some healing, and I think it would be healing for a lot of other women too, who are still looking for love in spite of all that they've been through. So anything that you're comfortable sharing would be great, from how you met to what you love about them to what the dynamic of your relationship is like, what they do for you, what you do together, if you've ever had a big argument and how you've gotten through it, like anything that you want to share. And if you think your story is too boring to share, you're probably exactly who we need to be hearing from. Just stitch this video, tag me in it, and I'll be sure to repost it on my page too. If you're in a healthy relationship with a man, can you stitch this video and talk about it?
So my relationship with my husband is the most healthy relationship I've ever seen in my life, between a man and a woman in a romantic relationship. Growing up, I did not have any examples, so I'm like super proud of our growth and our maturity, especially considering the fact that our marriage is still very new. We've been married for almost 3 years now. When I tell you this man is my best friend and my #1 supporter, like, if I tell him that I want to do something, he is going to be rooting for me through and through. He financially invests in my endeavors, in my ideas, in my dreams, and he just speaks so much life, and he's always affirming me in any possible way that he can. He is very reliable, like the most reliable person that I know. If he tells me he's going to do something, I never have to question it. He's going to show up for me time and time again. And I was just having a conversation with him, and we were talking about how, when you're in a healthy relationship and you have a healthy partner, someone that is really there for you, you both win. You're both the prize. And I'm just so grateful for him and the impact and influence he's had on my life, because our relationship, our marriage, our friendship has genuinely helped me grow. And I feel really lucky to have him. And some other qualities that I want to really highlight about our marriage is the fact that we've created such a safe space within our relationship. Like, we are constantly talking to one another in a way that makes us feel heard, seen, understood, and validated. And because we have such a safe space, we talk about everything. We talk about our deepest thoughts and dreams, and I just feel so comfortable with him. And I think because we have created such a safe space, it's helped us both grow as individuals. And, the trust is just real. It's really, really there. And I felt like it was important for me to stitch this video because as a Black woman, I could imagine that it feels exhausting to be on social media and see so much toxicity between men and women, especially Black men and women, like seeing the gender wars. But I just wanted to share because I wanted to encourage any woman that good men still exist, there are reliable men out there. There are trustworthy, honest men of character, and don't lose all hope and all faith. And I empathize that it may be difficult to find those men, but they absolutely do exist. And the man that you need, the man that you want and desire and deserve, he is out there for you. So just keep the hope.
Got out of bed just to film this. As a hopeful romantic, I know what it feels like to be extremely defeated, and are there even men out there that will love me the way I want to be loved and that are deserving of the love I want to give. So first, let me describe to you what it feels like. It feels so safe and so secure. I'm never worried about him leaving me, about his loyalty, about his devotion, about his interest, about his desire. I feel so secure. I feel like that I'm the only one for him, that I'm the only girl in the world, literally. He's also my best friend. He's the person I want to go to with my problems, with my happiness, with my everything. He is someone that he's my best friend. There's nothing I can't talk to him about. He also gives me the space to be human. I don't worry about if I'm pimply or sad or going through it or whatever. I know that he is just my rock, because he's built a place for me to be so safe and so secure. Every time he comes over, he asks me if I need something from the store. Every time he leaves my place, he makes sure that he cleans the floors, does my dishes, there's not a dish in the sink, and that my trash is taken out every single time. He constantly gives me affirmations. He feeds into my love languages. He gives me touch tokens, which is basically where I can use them however I want. I love tickles, back tickles and foot rubs. So he'll give those to me whenever, but I can have devoted times for that if I use a touch token. We also have a lot of inside jokes. We have a lot of things that only him and I would get. There was one time I think I was saying that's all, and I just said it so much, and he was like, that's all, that. And so now we say it like that to each other all the time, and we have our own little language. We do voices with each other. He's my best friend. In the first 3 months of us dating, I got more flowers from him because he got them consecutively. Every time one died, the next one came. More flowers from him in 3 months than I did with my ex of 3 years in the entire duration. And he shows up. Most important thing, he shows up. He always shows up, and he makes me feel like if I settle down with him, if I gave him babies, I would have picked a good father. That's what it feels like. And I'm gonna get emotional. I just feel really thankful. And when I first saw this video, I was like, okay, well, I don't want to come on here and brag, but I freaking wish I saw more videos that made me believe in love, because all I was told, and this was from, it doesn't matter who it's from, I was told that the type of love I wanted was only readable in storybooks, and that the people talking about their loves online were lying or bigging it up for the internet. I agree not to compare, because someone else doing something sweet for you, there might be men who make little origami flowers for their women, and you're like, mine doesn't do that. They're all gonna love you in a different way, but what matters is that they show up, and you will feel like they care and they see you when they show up. And you deserve someone who shows up. We all do.
I would love to. It's loving, it's caring, it's very healing. I don't feel drained emotionally and physically. Our arguments are discussions. We are not yelling back and forth at each other. We're not calling each other out our names. We're genuinely solving problems. And if one or the other person needs to take accountability or apologize, we do that. It's respectable. I hope I'm saying that right, but we have respect for each other. It doesn't come without little ups and downs, but the ups and downs are not toxic. They are just normal ups and downs. Maybe I don't like the way he cleans, so I may mention something about the way he cleans, and maybe he doesn't like the way I do something, and it's not a toxic up and down situation. It's just a very healing relationship, especially coming from a very toxic relationship that I was in for 15 years. I know how he feels about me. I never have to question it. even when we're in like a disagreement, and because I'm still working on myself, so I still have days where I'm upset with him, he'll still cook for me, he'll still show up, and I'm really learning through him how important that is, to do the same. So when I say healing, that's what I mean. I just want to say that there are good men out there. You just have to be patient with yourself. Take dating as a journey, and don't be hard on yourself when things don't work out the way you think they're going to work out with certain individuals. Just take your time. Just enjoy the journey. The person meant for you will find you, because that's exactly what happened in our case. And we knew immediately we were meant to be, and we are going to be welcoming our first baby together soon. So everything's going great.
I was an overgiver and an underreceiver in all of my previous relationships. I was codependent, basically. And that is the biggest difference I see in my previous unhealthy relationships versus my healthy relationship. I'm with someone who truly matches my energy. When I met my ex, I wrote poetry, and I often did poetry readings around town. I even published 2 poetry books and would travel to have poetry readings. And at some point, he stopped coming to them with me. I asked him, why don't you come to my poetry readings anymore? And he said to me at that time, I never thought you'd keep doing them. Never thought that I would keep doing the thing that I love doing. So you're just gonna stop supporting me? My husband now, on the other hand, is my biggest fan. He shows up for everything. He tells me he would never miss it. I do a lot of social media content, and he watches it all across multiple platforms because that man is proud of me. I give, he gives. It's just an endless cycle of giving, and it feels so great.
Not only am I in a healthy relationship with a man, I'm in a healthy relationship with a Black, attractive, high-earning man. I think that's important to note, because a lot of Black women, especially who want and to desire to marry a Black man, feel like they might have to settle. And no, you don't. I have been with Jonathan 6 years. We got married 3 months ago. And when I tell you that I have never once, since we've been together, had to worry about who I was going to get with him. If I had to give him a nickname, I would call him Mr. Follow Through. Since the very beginning, Jonathan has been what he's talking about, okay? I remember when we first started dating, we would plan dates on like a Sunday, and like almost every day leading up into the Friday date, I would be like, are we still going? Like, are you still excited? And finally one day he sat me down and he was like, stop asking me that, because if I say that I'm going to do something, it's going to get done. And he wasn't lying. Original creator also suggested to talk about your life with your partner. And that's such an interesting thing, because so many people have asked us, how has our life changed since we got married? And honestly, it hasn't changed that much. And that's because I knew exactly what to expect when I married Jonathan. I think something that social media like puts in our heads is that every day has to be exciting. Every day has to be this grand gesture, or whatever the case may be. And honestly, what I find so joyful about being with Jonathan is that the everyday things are some of the things I enjoyed the most. Like today, we were on a walk. We walked to go get coffee, and Jonathan looked at me and said, I'm so happy with you. And that is what we do very often with each other. We tell each other in real time, no matter what small task it is or what small thing we're doing, I'm having a good time with you. Like, this is fun for me. And so that we understand that our day-to-day life is enjoyable and we love doing it with each other. So I know we can get on these apps and we feel like, damn, everybody complaining. Please know that there are people out there who probably are just silent because they're just having a good time walking down the street. Let me know if you want to hear more about my boo, because I love him. And also, I'm going to throw a picture in the end because we just got married, and why not? Bye!
Okay, I wanted to stitch this video because the whole TL has been filled with Simone Biles' husband and the way he's been acting. I don't even care about that. But I'm just going to talk about this week what my boyfriend has done for me since I've been sick. And first thing, every morning I wake up to a cup of tea. And once that tea is done, or once I'm done drinking it, he's bringing another cup. So there's honestly tea always boiling on the stove. Second thing, he made egusi soup for me. If you're Nigerian, you know, like, to even make soup yourself for yourself is taxing. I don't even make soup very often because I'm too lazy. He made egusi soup for me. I was like, oh my god, I'm craving rice and stew. He literally made rice and stew from scratch. Like, I didn't even do anything. He just like googled the recipe, whatever, and did it himself. He's taken my dog out I've not lifted a finger to do anything. He's just like, rest, I'll take care of everything. He's like got me, I was like, oh my god, I'm craving noodles, went to get me noodles, and like just made sure I've been okay and not lifted a finger. And I've been watching K-drama since. But yeah, this is just to encourage you guys that there is love out there and you deserve it. Bye.
Guys,
If you're
seriously,
in a
lovelies, oftentimes we need to make videos like this. Like, we really need to make videos like this. Enough of all the, oh my goodness, guys are this, guys are that, especially coming from, I was so, happy, and I was smiling through all the videos, all the stitches I was able to put together, because, like, this actually made me have a chill on the net, because I like, oh my goodness, so we still have a successful and a healthy relationship like this. Like, it's not, oftentimes when you go to or internet or TikTok or whatever internet, you social media, you oftentimes see women, a lot of women, especially from our sisters as well, complaining how they have been treated so badly in a relationship, marriage, whatsoever, rate of divorces and all of that. Guys not meeting up to the responsibilities, the guys not taking up the responsibility of being a man, and also not loving a woman so rightly. And this actually got me thinking, like, is it that there's no more successful relationship anymore in existence? Is it that there is no more it's like a fruitful relationship? Like, is it that most guys are not more sweet like they used to be before? Like, what actually happened? What really happened? Where is the love? Where is the relationship? Where is the family? Where is the values that we've been put in onto, like, during our, like, from our parents, and parents, forefathers, and all of that. And I stopped and encouraged this video. I was like, oh my goodness, like, this is what I've been trying to, like, I've been looking forward for such video. And she actually came up, or like, okay, that oftentimes she'd be hearing stories about relationship, marriage, and how devastated women tend to be. And she actually popped this question, and decided to ask if there is still a healthy relationship, and by God's grace, a lot of people, like, especially women of color, actually came through. Like, they were just giving it back to back. And this actually got me thinking, like, okay, if we have such successful relationship and all of that, why is it that it's not a trend on TikTok or whatever social media that you, why is it not in a trend? So that we still have a successful stories or relationship. But if you go on TikTok, like, the way you will see a relationship that is not successful, being the order of the day, women coming out to talk how men, and truly men of this generation, I don't know what is actually happening. It takes the grace of God. Like, it takes like about 40% of good man or woman out there. I know the way it is on a man, it's also there and a woman. So no one is actually perfect. But when I saw this, I was like, oh my goodness. So there is still hope for a future successful relationship. Like, when these women like trying to talk about their spouse, how well they've been treated, the kind of smile on their face, the kind of they were so blushing. This actually got me thinking that, oh my goodness, I know there are a lot of bad eggs out there, but at least there is two good words out here too. There is just good words that will at least encourage people that are not in the relationship to be in one. Because a lot of these negative thing about relationship, about how especially black men not treating their women rightly, about trying to even make it as a race thing, is actually discouraging a lot
that
of
relationship is no more
potential
the way it
relationship that
used
is
to be.
upcoming.
We have high
And
rates of
this
divorce,
actually
high
got
rates
me
of
like
separation,
depression,
high rates of,
why is it that it just name it but a few. But this video actually proves me wrong. Like, oh my goodness, there's still very successful, a happy home out there. That there are, if they should give a chance, like, there are so many stitches I was supposed to put up here, but I just want to end it here because, guys, we still have hope. Like, and if you're here, you're hearing my voice, you're on this and you're watching this video, you could just also share, because this will actually make a lot of people encourage. Like, let's just encourage more successful relationship rather than doing all this. Oh my goodness. Like, seriously, in this life there is nothing here. Love leads. And if you find yourself a perfect partner, that is nothing like perfect, but if you find close to being perfect, you could just maintain it. Enjoy your relationship. If you're in social media that destroys relationship, you could just know how to like, because a successful home relationship is a healthy thing that you can ever like want in your whole life. It makes you have this inner peace, like you are not struggling with anything. You are not, there's nothing worried. You're all smiley, smiley, smiley. You can tell it from the faces of these women, from their expression. You feel that they are so happy. So, guys, let's not use what we see on a daily basis about how a successful relationship tend to be, and people end up trying to put it about race and all of that. Try to destroy what we are supposed to like. There are so many people out there that is so so alone. Like, and another thing I want to tell people is that you should also learn to love yourself. When you love yourself, that is when you give room for someone to actually love you for you. So guys, I am not a therapist, but this this video I just saw, it was making me all smiley smiley, and I just decided to put it up here so I could also put a smile on someone's face. So guys, why not just leave me your own thought in the comment section of what you think, and do not forget that this channel does not support any form of bullying, harassment, or whatsoever. We are just here for educational and informative purposes, guys. And I will see you lovelies when I upload my next video.